Integrating your life, mixing work and play so that your work is more fun and playful and your play is more purposeful and efficient and productive. Welcome in, much love. Trav here, was just at GP Phoenix last weekend, mixing work and play, this magic tournament, meeting people, shaking hands, kissing babies, and playing card games. And staying with my buddy Ben Friedman, who likes to do this thing where he's very playful in his work, and he's my friend, and also he's one of my coaches in my program, so we're mixing work and play together. And he likes to wear pirate hats and stuff like that, so I took his hat and posed with another pirate cosplayer for this picture. That's the story behind this picture. But the topic that I really want to go to with in depth with you, something that I think is really helpful, something that is helpful for you and helpful for me, is the idea of mixing work and play. We're playing right now with the idea of integrating your life. I have some other videos on this. I'm going to go more in depth in it, but basically a lot of people keep everything compartmentalized, fragmented, their spheres are separate. Work does not touch play. Play does not touch romance. Romance does not touch activism. Activism does not touch, an example is I wake up in my home, which is separate from school where I drive to, which is separate from work where I go to, which is separate from the gym which I go to, which is separate from where I go out to date, which is separate, or meet girls, whatever, or boys, is separate from the end of the year. Maybe I donate a little bit of money to my friends, nonprofit. That's an example of a really fragmented, compartmentalized life. I have different people, roommates are different from my school classmates, are different from my workmates, are different from my, et cetera, et cetera. However, most of us aren't in this total extreme. We do some mixing of various things, mix of home and romance, mix of play and home, perhaps, mix of, those are the common ones, mix of play and exercise, is playing sports and stuff like that. So we're generally pretty good at mixing this stuff, but I think that we can be better because a whole integrated life, there's not full overlap, but let the things bleed into each other, more edge effect, more combos to be had, more overlap, more purpose, more efficiency, more fun, more love in all the things that you do. There's the downside of, okay, I'm gonna mix this stuff. Well, if my work goes bad, then it's gonna negatively affect my play, which was kind of my bastion. Or if my romance goes bad, now it's gonna bleed into my home life, et cetera, et cetera. So we'll talk more about these mixtures, but I wanna focus on work and play because I've made my career thus far out of mixing work and play. It's literally a card game. There's a lot of people in the industry and it's work as well, but to work with gamers, be a professional gamer, game player, and stuff like that, I want to share my experience with you, why it's good, why it works, because a lot of people don't want to do this, and I think it's wrong to keep these things fragmented, and it's very good to mix these spheres, because the fear is that it will ruin the thing that you do for fun. My experience, not anywhere close to true. Also what I've seen with my friends as well. It can take things too far and you might want to scale things back, but that is really not very real. And then there's also the issue that what you do for fun is not really going to pay that well. So why not just do your work thing and then do your fun? That's fine too. I'm not saying that you need to monetize your hobbies like I have done. But I'm saying that if these spheres overlap a little bit, you'll have more fun at work and you'll get more purpose out of your play. So you can write down what your hobbies are and write down what your work is and look for any sort of overlap. Or you can even take a different approach and just say, how can I make work more playful? How can I make play more purposeful? It started for me with just how can I make play more more purposeful, more productive. If I'm going to be playing these games and all this, then I might as well write some articles about it and do some video logs and share my energy and share my passion and affect other people. And it improved the experience of playing because now it feels productive and I don't feel guilty and bad about it. I just feel good because I'm even during my playtime, I'm being useful and productive and helpful, and that felt great. And it starts to pay, and then once it's paying, that's just cash money, right? When getting paid to do what you would be doing anyways, right? That's not going to apply to a lot of you guys, but I think it's good. Like, most of you guys have hobbies and stuff that you do, and you don't need to monetize them and plan on making it your own business. But if you have your own channel or blog or something like that you put a little bit of time into, it can really improve your experience of play. On the other hand, you go from work, the question is how to make work more playful. And because of the direction I've come from, I don't have the full answer on that, and I'd like to ask you as well, but I think it starts with the intention of, all right, I want to make my work more fun, I want to make the environment in my work more fun, I want to make people around me laugh, I want to make people smile, I want my customers to smile, or my clients to smile. How can I make it more fun? How can I gamify my work? How can I, right? So for me, I'm also coming back from the other direction where it's like, I'm coaching players. It should still be fun though, right? Like, it should be fun. It doesn't need to be super serious. We need to remind ourselves, after all, it is a game, it should be fun. So, but I feel pretty strongly that when you mix these things, you just get basically a more fun life that's more productive, more purposeful. Better individual days will eventually lead to higher pay because you're increasing your impact and improving the quality of your service delivered, whatever it is that you're doing. So that's it. I'd like to ask you now to think about, you can type in the comments, what do you do for fun? What do you do for work? How can you make your fun time a little more productive just for a small few tweaks? How can you make your work time a little playful? Is there much overlap? Is there no overlap? How can you create overlap? How can you increase the overlap? How can you kill two birds with one stone when it comes to work and play? How can you make play more productive? How can you make work more fun? Draw it out if you have to. So, and if you'd like to hear more on this subject, please let me know. If you made it all the way to the end, let me know. Do you want to hear about mixing the other spheres specifically? I'll go into it. So let me know what you think. I'll look forward to hearing what you have to say, and I will be reading the comments. So appreciate you, much love, and speak soon.